The first sentence of the book is an acknowledgement of my past and sort of a defiant statement of my past.
Were you nervous writing a book of fiction to throw some facts in there?
No. Frankly, a lot of the facts aren't facts, which was also very deliberate. I'm famous for it, so keep doing it. This is the most heavily vetted work of fiction, certainly in their history. And I had to go through and produce a document sourcing every one of the facts. I was so annoyed that I'd be like, fucking made it up. Fucking made it up.
Why this book all about Los Angeles, which some call a love poem, to LA?
I wanted to tell the story of the city that's not about Hollywood and not about crime. There are 4 major narratives in the book that move all the way through the book. You know, so you take a Hollywood story, you take a story of foreign immigration, you take a story of internal American immigration, and then you just sort of take a story of somebody who's lost out there.
But sir, can we talk about your relationship with editors? Because, I mean, you have a very unique style. Was your editor on you in any way to rein that in, or do they just say, go, James, run with the wind?
When people first started reading A Million Little Pieces before it was published, you know, we got a lot of no's, we got a lot of, what the fuck is this? Because I showed it to a friend of mine who has an MFA from a sort of prestigious Eastern university, and he read it and sent me a note back like, this is a fucking wreck. It would get destroyed in my workshop. You need to learn how to use grammar. And I read the note and I was like, awesome. But, you know, somebody finally sort of understood what I was trying to do. And for this book, there wasn't, the only thing we really did was we shortened it a bit. We took about 45 or 50 pages out of it. There was a 35-page chunk right in the middle of it. And then there was another page that came out that I'm actually not allowed to discuss at this time.
You really can't talk about a page that was edited?
I can't. There's a section at the end of the book on scandal.
Does it involve a character named Moprah?
It doesn't. It doesn't. You know, I tried to write a book that wasn't like anything.
And if you do that book after book, though, you're no longer breaking the rules. You're just writing like James Frey.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's part of it, you know. If I keep doing it and I can do it successfully or effectively, yeah, then I'm me. I walk around with books in my head, you know. I don't mind if the books are imperfect or if they're mistakes. I think that's part of creating a work of art, you know. There are mistakes in the Sistine Chapel. You know, a work of art is as much about what's flawed about it as it is what's not. It's just about sort of creating new ways of doing something. The goal has always been to try to be a sort of significant American writer. I don't hold myself to any standard other than making the book as good as it can be.